Hi, it's Linda. I'm here with Coach Joey from West Coast Road Runners, and we just finished our run for Saturday and our traditional breakfast afterwards.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to introduce Coach Joey because he's been a big part of my whole progress this year getting ready for the Rock and Roll Marathon. And I will say this guy is somebody who makes me believe I can do anything. He is an amazing person, amazing coach. I'm really just honored to be, I'm lucky to be able to have met him. Really, he's been a great coach and just a great source of inspiration for this whole process this year. So,
It goes both ways, Linda. You're a rock star.
see, it's already starting.
The inspiration comes here too, so.
Now, Coach Joey, you'll notice on the back of his truck here, it says 140.6. So explain to us, what is 140.6?
First, you can get those really cheap at the flea market. Just anybody will sell it to you. 140.6 is the full distance of the Ironman.
Full Ironman.
So we're talking about a 2.4-mile swim, 112-mile bike ride, and a 13, I've shorted it.
Ooh.
And a full marathon, 26.2 miles.
So you've done one full?
I've done one full.
So this is Ironman Joey.
So,
Ironman Coach Joey. So Coach Joey,
Humbled.
you know that I have signed up to do a half Ironman in March. So because your experience in triathlons and the full Ironman and half Ironman, you've done half Ironmans?
I've done
Half Ironmen? Half Ironmen? Is it half
We
Ironmen?
can call it an Iron Woman.
Iron
This
Woman?
is because Linda is an Iron Woman. She will be.
So knowing that I'm going to start this whole journey, what advice do you have to give to me? Tell me about your experience. How did you get into it?
Well,
what do you recommend I
What
do?
are you thinking? what did you do, Linda?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm surrounded by guys like you
Yeah.
who inspire me to get involved.
Actually, you know what? The first thing, you're going to hear all of this advice. People are going to tell you what to do. And my whole thing about it is relax and don't worry about it. Do your
Liking
own
that
thing.
advice.
You know, you're going to get, just like with running, everybody wanted to help you out and tell you, oh, you should do this, get these shoes, run this distance, do your weekdays. And now with the Ironman training, everyone's going to start, not only are you going to get training advice, people are going to tell you all kinds of equipment advice. Well, you should have this kind of bike, you should have these clothes, and it's incredibly overwhelming at first. So, number one, relax,
Okay.
breathe, just like you're doing your stretches, you're running. It's all good, let it flow. Do the stuff you're comfortable with. Take all the information, but don't absorb all of it. Let some of it go. Everybody wants to offer you advice because they want to see you succeed. I really want to see you succeed. I know you'll do it. So when it comes to the equipment, just relax.
Okay.
And you'll figure it out. Start reading, start watching, keep talking to people. And my philosophy is just go have fun. If you start worrying too much about what you're going to do out there, you're going to get too caught up in the event, and you're not going to get to feel the emotional side of it. And it is definitely a life-changing journey that I think anybody you talk to is going to tell you about.
How did it change your life?
I'm a nutcase, big head. My wife would say that it's made me more good looking, you know. I can now take out 2 trash cans at once. You know, little things. You know, not that I want to brag or anything. It actually changed my life in a lot of ways. In fact, when I showed up to work the week after I had done the full Ironman, my boss was so impressed that he asked if I would go into a staff meeting and actually talk about the adventure and how I was able to get through the perseverance of that kind of distance and that much time. So it's going to change the ways you look at future endurance events, and I think you're now going to get that point where anything's possible, and you're going to start believing it yourself. It doesn't matter how you get there, it matters that you started it and that you attempted the journey, and you've got to remember that.
See, isn't he incredible? That's what it's all about.
So let people give you advice and just take it all in, but when it comes to this is your race, nobody can help you with it. We can get you trained, we can show you what to buy or what to get started with, but in the end, it's all you. This is you, and I know you can do it, so have fun. You've got to have fun with it.
Thank you. Let me ask you, your full Ironman, the 140.6, where did you do that?
That was Tempe, so in Arizona in November, and for last last year, that was actually my big goal race. Each year I try to do a big goal race and outdo things, and you can expect to feel the Superman phase once you do your half in March.
What's a Superman phase?
You're going to go through a phase where when you finish the March half Ironman, you're going to feel invincible. And the first thing you're going to start to think about is, wow, I really need to kick it up a notch.
Really?
Because, a half is still a half.
So what are you saying? The full is coming next? Oh gosh, let's.
I think the full is definitely in reach for you. But we're not going to focus on that.
Okay.
Focus on your goal, which is to finish the half Ironman. That should be the only thing you're worried about.
Okay.
You've got New York coming up, and you've got all your other races. We're very proud of you.
So I have a question. When you saw the finish line on your full Ironman, when you had it in sight, what were you thinking and what were you feeling at that moment?
Yeah, that's that's a lot.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to finish, and when I finished the bike ride, I knew I was going to finish the race because I just had a marathon. It was just a marathon.
He just had a marathon to go.
Yeah,
no problem.
But being that you're not a first-time marathoner anymore, shouldn't be proud for you either. And so I knew I was going to finish, but when you get to the point where you can hear the crowds, and especially when you see the time clock and the finish banner, it's an incredibly overwhelming experience. And the thing is, it was so much to take in, and you were really fatigued and tired that it wasn't until the next day. We actually walked back to the finish line, and I'm man enough to admit I fell apart emotionally.
Did you cry?
I did.
Oh.
I did. I sat there because you realize what you had just done, and that's when it really hits you. And you realize, I've changed my life. The method of training, this whole 9-month or year-long period of training for something, has changed me. It allowed me to see things I wouldn't have seen before, opportunities open up, and that's why you gotta have fun with it. It's tough, but you can do it. It's gonna make you a stronger person.
I'm so excited. So can you see why I feel like I can do this? Because I'm surrounded by people like Coach Joey.
No. We're gonna get you out to an ultra though pretty soon.
What is an ultra? What is that?
An ultra is any run that's 26.2 miles or longer.
Longer.
Longer than 26.2 miles. Anything longer than a marathon is considered an ultra.
Okay, we'll talk about that next year, the year after,
That's
or
your
the year
next
after
challenge.
that.
We're gonna get you out there.
Thank you, Joey. All right, I'll see you next time.
Thanks, Luna.
Bye.